This is the time. The market is ready. The women are waiting. Back the platform. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that I'm back on stage. When I was 4 years old, I used to be on stage all the time. From the age of 4 to the age of 10, I was actually a little pop star in Belarus, and I was constantly performing, and until one day my mom decided that it's time for me to focus on studying, and a couple of years later my parents sent me to boarding school in London. And and London is my home. This is where I founded Willbe. This is where I met my husband. This is where I had 3 children, and this is the place where I co-founded a different startup prior to Willbe, which later was acquired by the largest Korean tech company. And long story short, and fast forward to 2022, Willbe came to me as a vision, believe it or not, and through many different synchronicities, those synchronicities all led me to this place in time. And as I was a kid, I was entertaining children with my pop music songs. Now I'm here and to empower women with knowledge that how their unique body works and how to take care of the body before it's too late. And for every woman that is listening to me today, I would like for you to understand that there is always a way to come back to you. There is always a way to come back home. I'm here today to reclaim back my power, and I'm here to help women to optimize their health and lead life which is in alignment, and which is when all you do. And this is true because it's all happened to me, and this is the presentation which I will be talking about. So why I have picked this topic is because we're passionate at Willbe. We help women optimize their hormones through genetic testing and hormone testing. And, there was a time when I felt really tired, and I saw that I didn't really need it. All I needed was, I was actually hormonally depleted, and like so many women, I had no idea. Till one day, I realized to me, this is happening to millions of women who are self-aware, and those women, they need help. And because I've been myself, I felt at one point like I was watching my life outside, and that was because I was completely misaligned from my unique biology. And the reason I'm talking today about perimenopause is because in this space, biohacking, longevity, and performance, we know so much about all the fancy biohacks, and we don't pay enough attention to women. So my question today is this: what about women, and what about hormones? Because I had no idea. And at the Health Optimization Summit in London, exactly 2 years ago, my colleague came to me and said, okay, yeah, said something on stage, there is a market, nobody's serving, those women are in perimenopause and they have massive problems with health. And trust me, I really love biohacking. I would be always the first one to try a new biohacking modality. And to be honest, I even built Willbe because I fell in love with the word biohacking. And when I started Willbe, I wanted to build some fancy digital data twin and help everyone in the world. But then this calling came to me. This is not a coincidence why we are helping women to go through perimenopause. Anyways, who here knows what is perimenopause? Okay. Thank you for your responses. Well, for those who don't know, perimenopause is often called puberty in reverse. We call it the double decades of chaos, when hormones begin to decline, shift, fluctuate, until a woman almost completely loses her hormones and she enters menopause. And menopause is just one day. It's a day when a woman has gone without a cycle for the past 12 months. But the transition before menopause is, it can start as early as at 35 years old, and there is so much research that is saying that perimenopause is getting younger. So this is the transition that can last between 5 to 15 years before a woman enters menopause. And actually, it's a silent health crisis which is affecting millions of women worldwide. And the reason why it's silent is because perimenopause and menopause have been a taboo, and women were left to navigate this transition without any education. And what we hear, and we constantly work with perimenopausal women, and what we constantly hear from them is almost universally they say this is not me, what is happening to me? And very important thing I forgot to mention. So did you know that women were not included in medical research until 30 years ago because of our bodies being too variable, because of our hormones and our cycles? And this is why female health is historically under-researched and underrepresented, and not just in science, also in medical training. And when women come to find solutions for their health concerns during perimenopause, traditional healthcare still operates on this one pill equals one diagnosis mindset, but this is sick care. And perimenopause is not a disease. Perimenopause is a natural transition. Yes, it's a tough one, but it's the one where we need to support women, where we need to educate them and lead them right through it. Because perimenopause affects literally every woman. 45 to 50 million of women enter menopause each year. So this is a universal problem that we are solving. And while perimenopause comes with 120 different symptoms, and we are talking, and women are reporting those symptoms that they feel on average 5 to 7 symptoms occurring simultaneously at an intensity level felt of 8 or more. Can you believe it? And I'm talking about brain fog, anxiety, weight gain, loss of confidence, and as well as the range of other health concerns. And while that speaks to clinical symptoms, the problem is much bigger than that, because relationships down. Women are leaving workforce. 1 in 5 women workforce and never return. And the incidence of suicide in women between the age of 45 and 55 doubles. So we are talking a massive universal problem of a woman's life after she turned 40. And what if I told you that perimenopause is the biggest opportunity for longevity? And today I want to offer a paradigm shift because we've been conditioned to see perimenopause and menopause something as a decline, the beginning of the end. But what if perimenopause is actually a breakthrough, a window of opportunity, a biological rewrite? But what we need to do, we need to talk about perimenopause more. We need to raise awareness, because 51% of the world's population will go through perimenopause. And there are just too many women that are left in silence, without help and without any support. And so today I am going to state this: perimenopause is the biggest opportunity for longevity, but only if you understand the interplay between your genes and your hormones. And I'm not a scientist. If you want any proper terminology and details, you can find Dr. Emsley at the booth, but I'm just gonna try and appeal to your emotional side. But anyways, this talk will be about science as well. let's start at the foundation. Your genes determine how you will age. Your DNA holds the blueprint to your potential. Your health span, your detox pathways, your hormone receptor sensitivity. So your genes, they are your starting point. And the good news is that your genes are not your destiny. You can influence your genes. And let's talk about methylation. Who here knows what methylation is? Okay, not too many people. But if you know about methylation, then it means you are familiar with gene-based healthcare. And in the most simplest of terms, and just to recap, methylation is one of the most important processes in the body. It converts the food we eat into usable form of energy to be used by our cells. And methylation is central to functioning of every cell and trillions of cells in our body. And when methylation is optimal, your body and brain operate at peak capacity. But when methylation goes wrong, people start to experience many different symptoms, particularly frequent colds, chronic fatigue, and even recurrent miscarriages. So, if you know about gene-based healthcare, then you probably know that one of the reasons why your methylation could be compromised is your genetics. And if you find out that your MTHFR, if you have an MTHFR gene variant, you just need to take methylfolate instead, the right form of the supplement to support that gene. And by the way, MTHFR in the scientific community got the name, it's called the motherfucker gene, because if you have that variant, it means that your body is not as efficient at converting energy, by at least 40% compared to people that don't have that variant. So, and then if you have, for example, MTRR variant, and you're not that efficient at recycling B12, you just take the right form of B12, which your body can use in available form, and your cells can use it directly. So that brings me to the point. Your genes, they don't operate in isolation. They're constantly listening to that you're saying to them, and they listen to what you eat, how many you sleep, what water you drink, what emotions you feel. And your genes are not your destiny. You can influence your genes with just how I showed you the example in the previous slide. And while methylation is really valuable, and methylation changed the game thanks to Gary Brecka, most women get stuck there. And it's not just women, it's also health practitioners. They identify a couple of gene variants, they tweak a couple of supplements, but then what? The deeper biology keeps shifting underneath. And I would like to bring you a new piece of information. That hormones are the most powerful signals that your genes react to, because they tell your DNA when to repair, when to grow, when to protect, and when you age. And I'm really proud to say that at Willbe we are pioneering a new category of science. It's called hormogenomics and hormogenetics. It's a study of how your genes affect your hormones and how your hormones in turn affect your gene expression. And there is a single book published on that. We're literally taking research and pioneering these findings and applying this knowledge to the clients that we serve. And this new category of science is being pioneered by Dr. Vanessa Emsley. She's our Chief Functional Medicine Officer. Just this week we gave a presentation for Geneva College of Longevity Science. So we are also training doctors in personalized health solutions and gene-based healthcare. So this hormogenomics, hormogenetics thing, this has been a missing link in perimenopause care, because what we have missing, that hormones self-power epigenetic regulators, and estrogen and progesterone they don't just regulate, a couple of genes, they regulate hundreds of genes. And imagine when your hormones begin to decline during perimenopause, we are talking about a complete shift in how your genes are being regulated. We are talking about a fundamental shift of how your genes are being expressed. So the questions becomes, is not what genes do I have, but what signals am I sending to my genes right now? And this is the future of female health. This is that deeper layer of personalization that finally explains why some women experience perimenopause like they don't almost feel anything, and others feel like their life is slipping away. So hormones, they are genetic conductors, and in other words, they don't just affect how you feel, they basically shape how you age. So it's really important. And if there is one thing that I want you to remember today, a woman's longevity lies in her hormones. Hormones literally regulate how we age on any level, on molecular and cellular level, on organ and functional level, as well as the whole organism level. And who here agrees that being a woman is an extreme sport? Just look at this, how many hormonal transitions we're going through our lives. And during perimenopause, it's not that just our hormones begin to decline and shift. Hormones begin to lose rhythm, and rhythm is the most important thing. Like in a song, it gives a song structure. It's so during this time when hormones go out of whack. There is an epigenetic reprogramming event happening when your hormones are literally rewriting, like your body is literally rewriting their settings in real time. And how a woman goes through this stage, whether she's going to thrive or crash in the process, it all depends on her hormonal resilience. So during this time, it's like the body is saying, okay, I can't operate as I used to operate, so I'm repatterning. And I already said that what we've identified at Willbe after working with many women, that there is a thing called genetic hormonal resilience, and it's your ability to adapt to changing hormones through different stages of your life. And it's not just perimenopause, it's also puberty, pregnancy, postpartum, and any hormonal transition a woman has. And the news is that genetic resilience can be built, but only if understood, and that's when genes, hormones, and lifestyle must come together so that we can support your genes and your hormones and your cellular metabolism in real life. And what we also discovered is that there are 3 hormonal archetypes, there are 3 hormonal genetic resilience profiles, and 3 completely different experiences of the same hormonal shift and treatment. And this is what finally again explains why some women struggle during perimenopause and others just go through it without almost even noticing. So the 3 hormonal archetypes are based on genetics: the sensitive woman, the silent woman, and the responsive woman. And the sensitive woman, she feels it all, like she feels every hormonal fluctuation. She feels like an overwhelm, and she has low hormone receptor sensitivity. She has heightened hormone receptor sensitivity, and she has not efficient detox pathways, and that's why any change in her internal environment triggers all of those symptoms. And then there is a silent woman, and the silent woman is her hormone receptors, they are not very responsive, and so she's just fading away. She does feel perimenopause and she feels hormonal transitions, but she doesn't feel enough to ask for help, so she carries on. But at the same time, she fades, and no one understands why she's fading. And like the things she say is, I'm just tired, I'm disconnected. And this woman was me for a while. there was no crisis, there was no chaos, there was just absence, and I felt literally like I was watching my life from the outside. And now I understand that this is how hormonal underexpression looks like, because when your hormones are not there, your genes are not expressing. And then there is a responsive woman, and the responsive woman, her hormone receptors are really strong, so she doesn't struggle at all during perimenopause. And I have to swift through the slides because I only have 5 minutes left. So this brings me to this. When you understand your hormonal archetype, you stop asking, oh my God, what be confused. You step into your power and you ask the right question. All right, so what does my body need? And why perimenopause is the biological tipping point? Because just as an example of the brain, when estrogen declines, it stops fueling your mitochondria, and your brain cells become vulnerable to damage. And just look, so 1 second, yeah. Look at how tired this mitochondria looks like. And this is so this is the time when personalized strategies must be implemented so that we keep the capacity of our organelles, our cells, and everything. So it's about not just symptom management, but it's about preserving the capacity. So understanding your hormonal archetype is how you stop reacting and you stop acting and start leading your life, because now you know what is going on underneath, and now you know what you need to implement. And longevity starts with owning your health, because when you understand your data, it gives you clarity, it gives you self-awareness. From there you can make empowered choices and decisions, and symptom management just naturally becomes a longevity strategy, but only if it's a data-driven approach. And if I were to give you a roadmap how to turn perimenopause into your greatest opportunity, is first you need to get your genetic hormonal blueprint, you need to understand your resilience profile, you need to understand your risks and your needs, then you need to understand your hormone metabolic pathways, because it's not just about the levels of hormones, it's how you process those hormones, how you clear those hormones. And then you need to fix nutritional deficiencies, because those are, you can't build resilience on an empty foundation, and the nutrients are just the raw materials for your body to heal and thrive. And nervous system regulation is really important, because if you are in a survival mode, no matter how many supplements you put or BHRT, they will never land. And also optimal detoxification and methylation, including estrobolome. If your body can't process what the body doesn't really need anymore, then imbalances build up. And it's also important to replace declining hormones for those who it's relevant. We are big supporters and believers in biological hormone replacement therapy. We believe that it's the embodiment of preventative medicine. And if I were to explain this as an analogy, your health is your masterpiece. Imagine, I'm a very musical person, so hence the example. Imagine that this is a grand piano. It's an instrument that holds this power and it holds the potential. And your personalized protocol is like the music sheet that you follow. It's the guide for what is aligned and what is possible. And the keys that you press is like the signals you're giving to your genes when you eat, when you sleep, what emotions you feel, and things like that. And that creates this healthy life, like the music the music of your life. So you are the conductor, the artist of your life. And there is, as I told you already, the reason why I'm here is not a coincidence. I was brought here through many different synchronicities, and there is one message that I really want to share with you. We had a case this week. This boy, our core focus is on female health. But we had this boy, his mom found me on Instagram really randomly. I don't have anything on child health on my Instagram. It's all about female biohacking. And she started messaging me and told me that her little boy developed alopecia at 5 years old out of nowhere, and traditional medicine can't help. The traditional medicine is not giving any answers. And I don't know how, but she asked me to help, and I just took on this case because, like, we also get men when women bring their husbands to us as well. And what's interesting that after 1 month of following that protocol, his hair grew back. Can you believe it? And I just want you to listen to the joy, to the joy of this mother. Let me try if you can hear it.
Vanessa, because we have hair growth, we have regrowth, so his eyebrows are coming in, patches on his head are coming in as well, so something is working. So I just want to share that news with you, and I wanted to ask you for...
Can you believe it? After 1 month of following our protocol, his hair grew. But this is not just science. I honestly don't... Thank you very much. Thank you so much. But I don't believe that this is just science. It can't be, because Willbe is I can't even call it a product. Willbe is energy field that was literally bring here like to heal people, and I honestly believe that. And the highest leverage way to change the world is through building a business. And as an entrepreneur, I take that mission really seriously, and I honestly and truly believe that Willbe is an energy space that helps people heal. Otherwise, I can't explain this case, as well as other cases that we have of girls with endometriosis, with PCOS, and they are feeling much better after our treatments. And I just don't believe it's just science, and I'm here just a messenger of Willbe, a company that was brought here through many different synchronicities. And thank you for listening to me, and we're here to serve.